We are here with John 5 at the Piranha Bar in Montreal. Sold out show on the Invasion Tour. Welcome to Montreal.
Well, thank you for having me. It's wonderful to be here.
Yes, so let's talk about this new album that's coming out in July. You have been putting out a video a month. Talk to me about that new sort of way to market it, keep the album fresh in people's mind for a longer period of time rather than drop it and walk away.
Well, yeah, it's very important to me just to try to keep this hard work that I've done alive and with other bands. I mean, I'm not the only one doing it, and I think it's a very smart way to keep the record alive. And there's so many great songs that these bands are writing and that they don't know about, but when they release their own singles or their own videos, and sometimes songs that could be an album track could be the fans' favorite song. So it's a wonderful way to keep the album going, and it's fun for me. And the fans, they just eat it up. So it's great.
It really is. Now, talk to me about also the content of the videos, the imagery that's being portrayed, because it's not just you and a guitar and a still camera. You're really putting a lot of production value into it. Just talk to me about the importance of giving something that's also visually appealing for the fans.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Scooby-Doo, so the first video is, after Scooby-Doo, and I wanted that kind of cartoon look, cartoon vibe, and I got Brett Boggs, who animated it, and he works over at Disney, and he's, working on Frozen 2 right now, and he does every, Disney movie that's over there, so it's a true honor to have him working on the video. And I've had Susan Olsen's in the videos, and the Brady Bunch, Cindy Brady, and Fred Corey from Cinderella is doing the score with me. And
Fred is great.
Yeah, he's wonderful. And Nikki Sixx, of course. And then the video that's out right now, it's called I Am John 5, that Brett animated as well. And our secret guest was Eddie Munster, Butch Patrick. And it's a lot of fun. People really enjoy these videos, and that's what's, it's a lot of fun, because these videos are going to be around longer than we are. So might as well put everything we got into it.
Yeah, you really should. So let's talk about imagery a little bit. You don't just sort of show up on stage in jeans and a white T-shirt. Talk to me about developing the imagery and the genesis of that. When did you sort of say, okay, I can't just do the white T-shirt, jean things. I need to develop a persona, a character, and how did you sort of come up with that?
Well, ever since I was a kid with Kiss and Alice Cooper and all that stuff, I always thought it was so more exciting and like, wow, it's so larger than life. And when I started touring with Zombie and Manson and all that stuff, I noticed that we would walk to the dressing room, in our normal clothes, and then when we'd walk to the stage, there would just be all, pictures and everything like that, because we had all our stuff on. So I thought, well, it obviously makes a big difference when you have, something to look at. So I've always loved it ever since I was a kid, and I think it's important because it's entertainment, and people want to be entertained.
So how do you actually come up with the concept? Do you sort of look at it like a show tonight and say, okay, I'm going to present these songs, and so I have to have this visual imagery, or is it just, I'm just going to slap on some makeup, it'll look good? How much thought goes into combining it to the music and the show, and not just,
Well, there's a lot that goes into it. Every song, like we have these amplifiers that turn into TVs, and we have a lot going on in a small tour like this. But it is a very, very visual show, because a lot of these guys, they bring their girlfriends because they want a night out and stuff, and the girls end up loving the show too, which is, I'm so happy about. But I just want everybody to have fun, and that's why I do like the medley, so everybody knows the songs, and I just want everyone to have a good time out and hear a bunch of crazy guitar music.
Yeah, and you're doing great. Now, the last time we spoke, we talked about Steve Perry and Journey and your connection to him. Just for the fans here today, talk to me about working with Steve Perry and going back and writing with him and all these extra songs you have. What was that experience like?
To be honest with you, it was when I was writing with him, his voice was
pristine.
It was unbelievable. It really was, because, I love Journey just like everybody here, and his voice was perfect. It sounded like the record. Even when he spoke, his speaking voice sounded like, if he just put a little inflection in his speaking voice, he'd be singing. But his voice, we would warm up on Journey stuff, and it was unbelievably perfect. Shocking. It was incredible.
I know. No Pro Tools for him.
No.
Just nature.
He just sang. And it was so perfect, but he would just do takes to get that emotion. And it was unbelievable. It really, God-given voice.
It really is. Now, you have, of course, we know you're a big Kiss fan. They, of course, have branched out into all kinds of merchandising, from bowling balls to coffins to all that stuff. How important is it for an artist like yourself with the visual presentation to get into secondary streams and other kind of avenues?
I don't know how important it is. It's just a lot of fun. I am a collector of Kiss, and I really enjoyed, as a kid, getting the trash can, the dolls, the pens, the pencils, the notebooks, the clothes, everything. So I thought, well, I'm gonna do that as well. I do, all sorts of everything, and it's just a lot of fun. I don't think it's hurting anything, or I think it's just a lot of fun. People enjoy it, and that's what it's all about. If people enjoy it, then it's great. And I have all sorts of goodies here, and but I price it really low, just so people can come and enjoy it. So I do these shows because I love playing guitar so much, and I just, if I wasn't doing this interview right now, I'd be playing guitar. But
Sorry, I won't keep you.
No. I just love playing for the people.
Right.
It's freezing out there, and I just love coming here, going anywhere, and playing guitar for the people and to see their faces. It's so hard to describe the feeling. It's just wonderful. I just really enjoy it.
So, in fact, let me talk about the merch, because I'm looking at a shirt right now. It's gorgeous. I'm going to go buy one after. But who does the designs for you? And is that something that you do personally, or do you sort of have a company? Or
we do, everything is in-house. I pay for everything. The design, Brett Boggs designs that. That's a photo that was taken. The one that's a photo image was taken in South America when I was playing. And that's why I love photographers coming to the shows. Right. If they get a great picture, could land up in a shirt or a tour book. And, those tour books have all pictures of people that come to these shows like this and take pictures, and they end up in the tour book. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful for them and myself, and, it's just getting people going.
It really does. Now, you also did the meet and greet earlier on. Talk to me about that kind of thing. Is it great to get out there and meet the fans, or is it a necessary evil to sustain a tour? How do you sort of approach the meet and greet?
I approach the meet and greet as just like if I was like back in the day, and there would be an opportunity for me to do to go to a meet and greet, I would have done anything. So important for me. I don't know for you or this person, but for me, I love to meet, my people that I look up to, my musicians that I look to, and it's so important. I used to stand in line for autograph sessions when they would do them at stores for promotion. Ozzy, everybody. I met Stevie Ray Vaughan. I met everybody back in the day. So this is an opportunity. And I love talking to the people, and they're so happy, and I'm so happy. I see it in their face, and it makes me happy. Again, it's a wonderful experience, and I just want to spend as much time as I can in talking to these people and having conversations and asking them, where'd you get this guitar and where you're from and all that stuff. I think I really do. I think it's a wonderful thing. I really think it's a wonderful thing. It's very important to me, and I really like to hear what people have to say.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Being in Canada, I have to ask you the Canadian question. You did work with K.D. Lang.
Oh, the best.
Right. So talk to me about that experience, because you were, maybe the proper word is not this, but you were sort of a rookie in your career. Mm-hmm. She gave you a chance. Mm-hmm. it led to everything. I mean, it didn't lead to everything else, but it certainly helped pave
Oh,
a path.
absolutely.
Just talk to me about our Canadian Katie Lang.
Maybe the best experience I've ever had. My very first big tour, and another one that's just, I don't think she ever had a bad night, ever. She was a perfectionist, and also so much fun. She was so much fun. She just was a blast to be around. Very happy all the time, but a perfect voice. But, we had a masseuse, and we had private planes sometimes. We had 3 nights at Radio City Music Hall, and then, after that tour was done, I joined Marilyn Manson.
Right.
It's huge, and I said, hey, where's the plane? Where's, the masseuse and the all that stuff? And they're like, what are you talking about? Get in the bus and get in your bunk. And I was like, oh, wow, it is quite different. And, but no, Katie Lang is, and I still keep in touch with her, and it was one of the greatest experiences of my life.
Great. John, absolute pleasure. Always love talking to you. And of course, welcome to Montreal.
Thank you.
Thank you.